Amen.
Try to imagine generations ago. People with autism were put in institutions because people didn't understand autism or how it works. Today, professionals have made leaps and bounds to understand autism. As stated on Autism Society website and read on June 6, 2013, the sooner the person is diagnosed with autism, the better, so the person can get the appropriate service to help him or her grow and develop as best as he or she can. According to Autism Speaks, and read on June 7, 2013, autism spectrum disorder and autism are general terms for a group of complex disorders of brain development that deals with social interactions, verbal and nonverbal communication, and repetitive behaviors. Autism can take a while to be detected, which scares parents because of the unknown outcomes, and normally autism will affect boys more times than girls. As described on abcnews.com on November 7, 2008, autism can be spotted very easily, but yet at times it can be hard. A person who has autism will be very interested in an object or experience that most people will overlook, like a tiny piece of string on your t-shirt. A child or a person with autism could sit there and look at this piece of string for hours and just look at it and go over and over how long it is, the texture, when most people will just cut it off. Normally a person with autism will try to smell or touch you if you're someone new, or if there's something new, they'll get very close and up in your space because it's new to them and they're interested in it. Children can be very smart if they have autism. There's a boy that will walk into a drugstore and spend 5 to 10 minutes in there, come out, go home, and draw a detailed outline of the whole place. Another boy is fascinated with culverts. Every time he goes over one, he has to stop and look at it because that's just something in his nature that he just likes. Some children will be living with it for years and parents won't notice it until they're in school because they don't talk right or they can't make friends, and then parents start to investigate. Even though children with autism can do great things, it is hard to get to that point in their life. As posted on Treating Autism website and read on June 3, 2013, many parents are scared, but if they do what is best for the child, sometimes their child can grow out of it. Kaylee hit her developmental milestones on time. She was a happy baby who was social, loved music, and enjoyed reading books a few times a day. Her mom would ask her, "How big is Kaylee?" and she would always respond, "So big," with her hands over her head. At 12 months old, Kaylee pulled her mother's face to hers and gave her a big kiss. Within the next couple of weeks, Kaylee lost her speech completely. She wouldn't respond to her name, and her mom just played it off, figured it was just something she was going through, and it'd come back in a couple weeks. At 16 months old, Kaylee still wouldn't answer to her name, and her speech hadn't returned, so her mom got on the internet and typed in loss of speech at 16 months old, and the word autism popped up all over the internet. Within a year, Kaylee was diagnosed with a moderate case of autism. The doctor said that the only thing that would help her was behavioral modification therapy, and they couldn't afford it. One night, Kaylee's mom woke up to Kaylee laughing in her crib. Right then and there, she prayed to God to help her find her Kaylee again. Kaylee was very thin and pale and had circles around her eyes. One day, a friend told Kaylee's mom about a clinic in New York that was biomedical treatment for autism by addressing the immune system. After starting Kaylee on medicine, she started to open up and even called her mom, Mom. She started to sleep through the nights and her outbursts diminished. A year ago, Kaylee was tested through her school for autism, and she passed, saying that she has no characteristics for autism. Kaylee made it through autism because she got the help she needed as soon as she could receive it. This is a picture of Kaylee after a day at school. In other words, it is very rare to have autism and then to get over it, and it is even rarer for a girl to have it. As read on the National Health Statistics Report and read on June 7, 2013, autism affects boys more than it affects girls. In 2011-2012, school-aged boys were more than 4 times likely as school-aged girls to have autism, which is 2.23% for boys compared to 0.70% for girls. Babies are checked for signs of autism as young as 18 months, but they can't always be detected. Autism is a brain development disorder where there are difficulties in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and repetitive behaviors. Autism is nothing to mess around with. If you have any concern about your child regressing instead of moving forward, don't hesitate to contact the doctor. If your child does get diagnosed with autism, just remember Kaylee. She made it through autism, and so could your son or daughter, if action is taken as soon as possible.